Hey guys, this is Socrates bringing you another Starcraft shoutcast and commentary. This is match 2 between the little one as the red Zerg here in this northern position and Hasu as the yellow Protoss in this southern position. This is match 2 between these two players, with the little one taking the first match with some pretty decent Terran play. This time around, the little one, though, opting to go as Zerg. Little one's known for his ability to play all three races fairly well, and oftentimes, in fact, going random. Personally, I feel that the little one's strength lies in Terran, so not sure if this is the time to be switching it up and going Zerg, but perhaps he wants to keep Hasu on his toes, and he may have a particular strategy in mind to try to counter Hasu's Protoss play, which he's now more familiar with after the last game. The scouting Overlord going ahead and coming out, pretty standard for the Zerg player to do, as a pylon goes down and then this probe is being sent out to scout. Early on, fairly standard, just trying to get the economy going for both players. The little one doing that extractor trick to go ahead and get himself 12 out of 10 supply locked while he works on his Overlord coming out now. Fairly common trick that you see a lot of higher end players do, but it's becoming more and more popular for lower end players too as this strategy becomes more widely known. And the spawning pool coming down now at 12, so still decently standard play. No crazy Zerg rushes or anything coming from the little one right now. Perhaps going to go with more of an economic build, see how the game goes in the long run, and try to just out-expand the Protoss player. Hasu now bringing up a gateway here, trying to contain a little bit on this choke, which is a fairly popular move. Protoss can do it pretty effectively with a pylon and gateway, and just even one zealot right here can hold this off pretty decently, especially against a Zerg player. Extractor or Assimilator coming up now for Hasu as well, and the scouting Overlord of the little one is into the base now and is seeing all of this. Still nothing too crazy from either player, though. Fairly standard moves from both players. The little one getting 6 Zerglings up and training a Queen now. The Queen going to be used to get that inject larva in, to get his economy up, or even get his army up very effectively. And a extractor coming up now, so perhaps going for some Zerg tech, or maybe going to go ahead and go roaches or hydras. It's really hard to tell with the little one. He's fairly unpredictable. And that's part of the reason I enjoy watching his game so much, is you just never know what he's going to do. Little one actually looking like he may be setting up an expansion, but seeing this probe here pulling away. But with these 2 Zerglings and this drone, that probe will quickly go down. The Zerglings now in Starcraft 2 can actually attack while they're running, so this probe does not have much of a chance here. In fact, this Queen's probably going to be pulled over, to go ahead and help there. That's going down quickly as that expansion now coming up, so fairly early expansion for the little one, but very popular with Zerg players to go ahead and get that expansion early. Little one cautious though, sending this single Zergling out and scouting all the corners around here to make sure that probe didn't drop a proxy pylon. He knows a very popular build for Protoss is going with that warp gate technology, research from the Cybernetics Core, and dropping proxy pylons near the opponent's base to allow for quick warp-in of units. Second gateway coming up now, and a forge, so probably going to see level 1 weapons upgrades for these zealots. That'll make them pretty formidable against these Zerglings, and a third gateway coming up now as the Chrono Boost is used to get that warp gate technology out even faster. Little one now using the creep tumor to try to spread his creep to connect his expansion to his main, and still using that inject larva, getting up more Zerglings now and researching Zergling speed. Looks like he's going to stick with the Zerglings though right now and not transition into higher tech. Going to go ahead and get that evolution chamber down to allow him to get some upgrades for his units. But interesting to see what he plans on doing with this Zergling heavy army right now, to see if he's planning on making a push or eventually hopes to tech up. He's got this scouting Zerg down here, Zergling, to watch this expansion to make sure the Protoss player isn't expanding. He wants to get an economic gain over this Protoss player. Stalker shooting at this Overlord, probably going to be able to take it down fairly easily, as 2 more Stalkers are now warped in, as he's got the 4 warp gates. 4-gate is actually a really popular Protoss build right now, and extremely powerful when you combine it with a proxy pylon. Level 1 ground weapon upgrade being chrono boosted in from the Protoss player, and it looks like he's going to stick with the 4-gate strategy now, as he's in fact pushing out this army consisting of 4 stalkers, a sentry, and now 4 zealots. You can see how this proxy pylon can be used to get those reinforcements in there quickly. And these Zerglings, even though they have the speed boost, they're not going to be able to do much here. Just trying to do a little hit and run, but this army is just too powerful for those Zerglings. They're going to have to pull away. In the base of the little one, even more Zerglings, still sticking with the Zergling strategy. No tech coming up, no Hydralisks done, no Mutalisks, no Spire. He seems pretty committed to these Zerglings, but I honestly don't think they're going to be able to counter an army of this magnitude. Spinecrawler's coming up now. He knows the pressure's incoming, and a proxy pylon being dropped. As I said, this is going to allow Hasu to continually warp in units right here to the front lines. Hasu also knows that there's Zerglings behind him and knows they're going to try to make a push and get the surround. So he's got to be cautious of that, as he's got Zerglings in the front and Zerglings in the back. Zerglings are going to quickly take this pylon down, but warping in another pylon. These 3 units are warping in, but they're not going to be able to finish in time. However, this queen's in a tough situation, but she should be able to make it out as soon as she's on the creep. She's so much faster. However, the little one's in a very bad spot. He's got 3 spinecrawlers and a good-sized force of Zerglings, but honestly, at this stage, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to put up with these constantly warping in units. Little one's still not going with any further tech. He's committed to this Zergling offensive, and now he's on his back heels, having to commit with these Zerglings. Both of these spinecrawlers have picked up and have to be replanted into the ground. They're not able to attack during this. One goes down very easily. Another one about to go down. Honestly, it looks like this expansion's gonna go down fairly easily, as the little one has not got many troops to be able to defend against this, and these pylons are gonna allow Hasu to continually warp in more units. And yeah, this expansion is gonna go down. These 4 Zerglings are not gonna be able to do much against this army here. Little one's just trying to quickly pump out as many Zerglings as he can, trying to hold off. But I think the lack of tech and the dependency on Zerglings is going to cost him this game. Back inside the Protoss player's base, he's just continually using his resources to keep pumping out units, not going for any higher tech. I think he senses a win here and wants to go for the kill. These Zerglings are going to take this pylon down, but it's pretty irrelevant considering the size force now moving into the base. Workers are being pulled off the line, a sign of desperation from the little one. The queen's trying to defend. More spinecrawlers being warped in, but it's not going to be able to do too much. Nice use of the sentry's force field here to prevent these Zerglings from coming into the back. And a proxy pylon now being put in the actual base of the little one. The drones are being slaughtered. There's very few drones left on the mineral line. In fact, if we check the resource tab, the little one has half the resources coming in as Hasu. It does look like the little one's going to be able to defend against this, but I think he's just taking too big of a hit to his economy and will not be able to defend for much longer, especially as troops keep coming in, keep picking off his Zerglings. It's all but over in this game. Down here, the Protoss player Hasu still not doing too much crazy. Going to go ahead and kill this scouting Zerg though, so probably going to drop down an expansion and solidify his lead even further as he consolidates his forces. Maybe going to try to get an expansion up and get some more units before going in for the kill. He realizes he's got the little one right where he wants him. He's in a good position. The little one is forced to continue to pump out Zergs just to defend his base. Going for another expansion, that's a little early. I think that might be a little early to put that expansion down, because even just small size force will be able to kill this fairly easily, and it's not well defended at this point. Very few Zerglings up, very few spinecrawlers, and if Hasu pushes in any moment, that expansion will go down. These few Zerglings down here trying to harass this expansion, but these Zealots, especially with their +1 upgrade, are going to be able to take care of that very easily. The Zerg player has +1 armor upgrade, but this army is just too strong against these Zerglings, and it will fall. This expansion will remain up. Getting his second gas now, the little one, so perhaps sensing the need to get out of this Zergling tech into something higher, but Now, like I said, the army of Hasu coming in here now, going to be able to take this expansion down again. These stalkers actually just picking off this spine crawler, and GG from the little one. So game 2 goes to Hasu. That's a game apiece for the little one and Hasu. It will go to game 3, and game 3's winner will be the winner overall between these two players. Hope you guys enjoyed that shoutcast. Feel free to subscribe and leave any comments. I read all the comments, and hope you enjoyed that. I will get game 3 up just as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.